Hey guys, so I just want to talk today about 3 reasons you might be getting stuck in your career and how to fix it. Just in case you don't know me, I'm Dahlia. I help professionals go from unfulfilling jobs into jobs that are not only highly paid, but that they actually love to do and can't wait to get up for in the morning. So if you're feeling stuck, obviously there are a number of reasons why that could be happening, but some of the most common ones that I see are, number 1, you don't have focus. So we've talked about that before. When you can be the most motivated person out there, you can be a hardworking person, but if you don't have focus, if you don't know what you're working towards, if you don't have that career direction mapped out in front of you, then obviously you're gonna feel like you're stuck. And yeah, you can try to take all the action in the world, but you don't know where you're heading. I think there's that quote, if you don't know where you're going, you're definitely not going to get there. So you really want to make sure you have a process to find your direction, because a lot of people, once they know their career direction, once they really understand this is the thing for me, that's where now they're on top of things, they know what to do, they go for it, and things start rolling and they get unstuck. So a lot of times it's having a process to actually come up with that clarity, figure out your career direction. So if you do need help with your career direction, you haven't been able to figure it out on your own, feel free to message me. That's what I do all day long. So I'll see whether or not I'd be able to help you, with your specific situation. Because obviously it's a little bit different for everyone. Nobody has the same career direction as someone else. So if you want help with that specific help, just send me a message and I'll see if there's anything I can do. And then the second big block that I see people running into, which keeps them stuck, is that they're using outdated approaches. So that might be that they're still sending the applications, hoping for a response, just kind of that old school way of job hunting, which really doesn't work very well anymore. I don't want to say it never works. Of course, if you're super qualified and you have all of these things aligned, you can apply for a job and you can get it, but the odds are quite low. And that's definitely something that keeps a lot of people stuck, thinking that you just need to stick to the old way. Or it might be that the methods that worked for you in the past aren't working anymore. So maybe you're doing things the exact same way you did them to get your current job. Maybe, I don't know, you knew someone and so they referred you and you got the position. And so that worked for you last time, but now where you want to go, you don't have anyone to refer you, or you've already tried the same thing as before and this time it's not working because you're at a new level in your career, or because, again, whatever you tried in the past was an old way of doing things and the world has changed. It's not like that anymore. So in that case, you need to make sure you're modernizing your approach and that you are looking at a change of approach, because a lot of times what got you here is not going to get you there. So just like maybe you were really great at getting those mid-level jobs, but now that you're ready to get to that next level, you might need a different approach. And what made you super successful at getting the mid-level jobs might not be what's going to make you successful at getting those, let's say, managerial jobs or the promotion, or even breaking into a new sector, which might do things a little bit differently. So that's number 2. And then as we go through these, by the way, guys, let me know below if any of these have happened to you, or maybe they're happening to you right now. Let me know below. I really want to know, what is your experience with getting stuck? Okay, so last one, number 3, is you are sabotaging your own momentum. So this one is actually pretty difficult to spot most of the time, because it's one of those insidious things where you don't even realize what's happening. You just know that you're stuck. And so what I see all the time is professionals, they launch a new direction and they actually start to get some momentum. And as soon as they start to get that momentum, they will create an obstacle to stop themselves in their own tracks. And obviously nobody would consciously do that to themselves, but most of the time it's subconscious. And that's because momentum actually feels exactly the same as fear. So this is why it's sort of a habit or a skill set to start getting more acquainted with fear, start understanding how it feels for you, because fear is such an amazing tool that you can actually use to get yourself to your goals. Because a lot of the time what we're afraid of is exactly the thing that we need to do. So let's say you have option A, option B, right? I mean, I'll just take the most basic example. Option A, stay in your job right now, which is boring, but you know what to expect. Or option B is, go for whatever your other dream is that you're sort of thinking about. Well, obviously option B is pretty scary and uncertain, and you have no idea what that would look like. So it's so much easier to stick with option A. But then you also, like, every time you start taking a direction for option B, you might feel that fear come up, and that fear is actually momentum. That fear is actually like things happening for you. It's exciting. And I can't tell you how many times I see people launch their new career direction and they really start to get traction. Like, people are starting to notice them and good things start to happen. And then all of a sudden, they kind of go, whoa, 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 this is happening a little bit too quickly. Let's just stop here and have a think. And am I really ready for this change right now? You know what? Maybe next year would be a much more logical time to do all this. Let's just park this for now. Let's just slow it down. And they kill their own momentum. And so a lot of people, I think they don't appreciate momentum enough and how important it is. And if once you have momentum, it's like everything is working out in your favor. Things keep snowballing. You keep attracting opportunities. It gets better and better. And people are actually afraid of that, especially if you have been stuck for a long time. You might not even remember what momentum feels like. So when you do finally get to feel it, you can actually mistake it for fear, right? You can feel like, oh, this is scary, when actually, no, that's what momentum feels like. And sometimes you might have been stuck for so long, you don't even know what that feeling is. Like, it's so foreign and just kind of overly exciting, and you're like, no, too scary, and you stop it, right, to go back to the comfort zone. So when you start to feel that fear, like you start to feel that momentum, you need to kind of get acquainted with it and embrace it so that you don't get yourself stuck all the time, because momentum is such a gift. When you're at a point in life where you've got that momentum, you want to ride it for as long as you can, because as you guys know, life will obstacles will happen. Just when nothing else could go wrong, something will go wrong. I mean, look at this past year. It's just been a lot of ridiculousness. So sometimes you have to laugh at life, but you also need to foresee that all kinds of obstacles are going to come up. And so when you have that momentum, you need to go for it. You need to ride it. You need to say, okay, thank you. I have this energy now. I have some things that are moving. I have some kind of excitement. I have some fear, and the fear is moving me in the direction that I want. I need to just go for it and continue. So anyway, those are 3 of the biggest sort of reasons that I see people getting stuck. Let me know what other ones you have below. I'm sure that there are more. So let me know which ones you think happen the most to you. And if you guys want help with your career, like if you've been getting stuck for a little while and you don't have that momentum, then don't wait around. Reach out to me. There's no sense in living life in a stuck kind of a way. That's the worst way to live. So just send me a message. I'll let you know if you're eligible for a free career roadmap session. And that's just where we get on a call together, either with me or someone from my team, and then we discuss your game plan to hit your goals this year. So let me know, guys, if you need any help, if even if you're not sure if you need help, but maybe you need help, whatever, just send me a message and we'll sort it out. We'll figure out what you would need to do. All right. So let me know below where you're getting stuck, and I'll talk to you on the next video.